Okay, first thing, empty stainless steel bowl. Get the crunchies. I am going to put a bunch of crunchies in the bowl. Since you have only a couple ferrets, you're going to use a smaller bowl and less crunchies. And I'm going to feel like half this bowl of crunchies. Okay? Then I'm going to turn on the water. And I'm going to put enough water in so it completely covers, and then added maybe like another ½ inch or more, because all that stuff is, I'm going to actually add a little more water. Then I'm going to put that in the refrigerator overnight to soak, and it'll absorb all the water. That's part one. Okay, this is part two. I have soaked my kibble overnight, and it's a little dry. I probably didn't put enough water in it, so I'm going to add a little water to it. What I want is just enough water so that it will blend. And I'm going to stir it up. I'm going to add my can of cat food, okay? This is my rabbit and quail. And I'm going to stir it up with a big spoon. Okay, now I'm going to put some in my blender. See, it's still very thick, okay? So I'm only going to add enough water that I need to blend it. And if you have a weak blender, you're probably going to have to add a little more water. But this is a very potent blender. It's a Blendtec blender. It's like a Vitamix, but it's Blendtec, so almost commercial grade. Just adding my thick mixture to my blender. I'm gonna be not quite half the blender, probably like a third. Spilling everywhere because I'm trying to do the video. Okay, so now I have it in my blender. I'm gonna add a little bit more water. Okay, now I'm gonna put it on here. I'll get the cover. Sorry for dirty dishes. And I'm gonna blend it for like 45 seconds till it's thoroughly blended. Be right back. And it's well blended. I didn't need to add more water, but you might have to add a little more water for it to blend thoroughly, and that's fine. If you make a whole lot, you can freeze some. All right, once it's blended, I put it in a saucepan with some more water to thin it down a little bit. And I'm going to heat it up, and then I'm going to pour it into the soupy bowls. And here is a typical soupy bowl. So let's go ahead and pour it in. Okay, and here is typical soupy dish. This is about how full I fit. This is about how thin it is. It's got plenty of moisture in it. Helps to hydrate your ferret. And what I do is I pulled up this ferret's medication, which is 0.4 of prednisolone, 0.4 of diazoxide. And once I've drawn up the medication, I drop just a little bit of Soupies into the syringe. That makes sure that they get, that it's a little bit more flavorful and they get everything they need. I never suggest putting the medicine into the soup bowl. Just draw a little soup up with your pre-drawn up medicine.